And it's time for the beginning of the next championship. Yes, indeed, what an exciting time. It's all starting here. The massive championship to find the best lager that you can buy in a supermarket. Yes, indeed. Here we've got them. We've got the first two contenders who are going to fight it out for the first place in the second round. So, what have we got here? We have got a bottle of the Samuel Smith's Pure Brewed Organic Lager. It's full strength, it's made from the purest ingredients, it's organic, it's 5% ABV, it's a 550ml bottle. What more can I say about it? What more I can say about it? It's brewed in the Samuel Smith's Brewery in Tadcaster, and it's a brewery that's been going a long, long time. Great reputation for really good beers. UK brewery, can't wait to try it. Not tried it for a long time. And there's this one. Wow, what a beer this one is. Spaten. Is it Spaten or Spaten? I'm going to call it Spaten. From Munich. GS is, I don't know what that means. But the brewery, it's originally from Munich. It's a product of Germany. It's brewed in Germany, as far as I know. Spaten Franziskaner. So I wonder if it's brewed by the same people as Franziskaner. Anyway, so yeah, it's imported from Germany. It's 5.2% ABV. It's a 500ml bottle. This was $3.50 a bottle. This one was about, I think, about £2.40ish, something like that. So there's a bit of a difference price point. But Samuel Smith's beers tend to be quite pricey anyway. And what can I say? Here they are. Here are the bottles. The taste test is going to be blind again. We're going to go back to being blind. I think I'm probably just going to do everything kind of blind. Whether I'm going to do another double blind, I don't know. You can see the glasses already there. The glasses are slightly different. In fact, let's look at the glasses. So I'm not going to use the Rivington one now because these are a little bit more similar than the Rivington and the Augustina, and they're about the same height as well. So I've got my Budvar and my Augustina glasses. They're going to be the ones that we're using in the taste test. Budvar one's a little bit slimmer, but hopefully it'll be close enough to do a decent taste test. Doing about half a glass of each. What can I say? Yeah, I can't wait to get started. Going to get these poured by somebody else so that I don't know which one's which. I'm not going to be guessing which one's which here. I might have a little go at the end, but at the end of the day, I'm not doing it blind to see how good I am at guessing beers, because these beers, I'm not going to be able to tell the difference between a lot of these beers, to be honest. It's really just to give it a more fair test. If I don't know which beer's which, it's going to be a lot easier for me to give a fair test for them both. So, without further ado, let's get these guys poured into glasses, and let's have a see what I think of them. Okay, beers poured. Well, what can I say? Here they are. This one poured with a bigger head than this one, but I don't know whether that's just how well or not well they were poured. This one, the head has gone down a lot quicker on this one, so looking at it, that one's probably a little bit bigger than this one when they were first poured, but this one is going down quicker. I'm going to have a nice objective taste test of these two beers now, see which one I think is better. But I'll have a little bit of a stab possibly as which I think is which at the end, but that's not really going to be a relevant point really. Anyway, this one's on my right. I'm going to start doing this. Here's to the new taste test. Let's have a nose on this one. So that's giving me Pilsnery vibes. It's got a lot of lemon and citrus up front. Yeah, very lemony, very citrusy up front there. A bit of malt in the background. Smells very good. Smells a bit like Warstein, actually. Go figure. Yeah, so it smells vibrant. It smells zesty. It smells clean. It smells nice. It smells lovely. Considering this is the first one I've nosed out of this taste test, it is boding incredibly well. Well, that head is dissipating rather quickly, but then this one is as well. So yeah, it's very citrusy, it's very lemony, very clean. That's what I'm getting from the nose. Oh yeah, I'll put that back down again. I forgot to say which is which, so for those of you who want to play along at home or don't want to know who want to know which one's which, and not playing along at home, should we say, then this is which is which. Okay, that was which one was which. Anyway, and this one on the right here, it's very citrusy. It's very lemony. Got a nice, sharp, refreshing smell. A little bit of malt in the background. But it smells great. It smells really good. Okay, let's move on to this one now then. So, let's give this one a good thingy. So that one smells a little bit, compared to that one, this smells a little bit dirtier. It's a bit more pungent, I think is the smell, but not necessarily in a bad way. But the smell is a bit more. There's a bit more lemon, but the lemon is a bit more kind of washing up liquidy lemon. On that one, I've no idea which is which of this. The smell of this one is way better than the smell of this one, so I'll say that for starters. This one smells a little bit not quite right. I don't know. I'm trying to think what it is about it. There's a bit of malt there, a little bit wheaty, but it's not smelling as fresh and as beautifully. It's probably a bit piney. This one maybe. It's not smelling as fresh or as beautifully fragrant as this one did. But I'll go back to that one for a minute. Yeah, I mean that's smelling like a lager generally smells like, a really good lager. This one smells a little bit different. And there is a bit something like, I don't know, almost like a sweet kind of like flapjacks, that kind of something that you've baked, that's sweet in there a bit as well. It's strange that. Anyway, this is on my right. I'm going to go into this one first one and see. Well, let's have the first taste of the new taste test. Cheers. So it's quite sweet. It's quite sweet. It's quite creamy. It's quite low carbonation. It's definitely not gassy, but it's possibly a little bit flat, if anything. It's really good. That's what I mean. This is going to be an interesting championship, this, because I'm expecting loads of these lagers to be really good, and I'm enjoying the taste of that one. It's a little bit dry. It's a little bit sweet. There's not a huge amount there, but it's not attacking me with flavour. But the flavour that is there is nicely balanced. There's nice little breadiness there. Again, that sweetness is making that kind of, you know, bringing that breadiness through, biscuity, oaty kind of, yeah, flapjacky kind of taste. I'm getting in there. It's yeah, it's a very pleasant lager. Possibly a little bit sweet for me. Let's have a good old rinse and try the Augustiner glass. So, now, the thing about this Augustiner glass is I'm probably going to have to not use this for a taste test involving an Augustiner beer, because then I could play mind games with my wife, and it kind of like, well, don't put the Augustiner beer in the Augustiner glass, and then it's like, do you put it in the Augustiner glass or not? And it's going to be a bit weird. So I don't know. I might not use the Augustiner glass for a taste test involving an Augustiner beer. I might switch back to the Rivington glass. Well, obviously. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get into this one. So this one's drier, not as sweet. Again, relatively low carbonation on that one. It's not particularly bitter. Again, very nice. A little bit of syrupiness coming through on this one, but not overly sweet. A nice little maltiness just coming through there. So, which do I prefer out of these two? So, it shows again that I don't know a lot about these beers. I really couldn't guess which is these. Spaten is one that I've had fairly relatively recently. I remember really liking it. I remember having it had a really nice flavour, really nice and smooth. Currently, I don't know which one of these could be Spaten. I remember drinking it after I did the supermarket premium lager taste test championship and thought, oh yeah, this new championship's going to be amazing, because it was just a different. It seemed different league than a lot of the beers that I'd been drinking. Even though I really enjoyed them, neither of them are giving me the same kind of vibe as I got from that. Have another swill and try. But again, it's good because I don't want to try. I don't want to test. I don't want to guess which is which at this point. I don't really want to guess which is which anyway. But I'll have a stab at the end. And the fact that I can't tell the difference between the Samuel Smith's organic brewed lager and essentially a German Helles says that they are very similar. I mean, they're not similar. They're not similar. They are very different styles of beer. But this one's giving me more Helles vibes than this one. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. This one is quite interesting, to be honest. There's that sweetness again. It's sweet, it's smooth, it's quite creamy. It is very nice. Let's go back on this one again. This one's got more of a bitterness to it. And something's happening down the sides of the tongue. I'm really going to struggle with this taste test, I think. If the other beers in the other rounds are going to be or in the other matchups are going to be as good as these, it's going to be really hard. This is almost like the Paulaner and Kronbach thing. It's like, it's so hard to decide which one is better at least. I mean, that one's bitterer. That's more bitter, that one. Not sure if there's a little bit of metallicness in the taste there. But that one's clean. It's nice. It's very good. That I like that one. I'm leaning towards this one, I've got to say. Yeah, I can't remember which one I said had better smell. I think I prefer the smell to this in this one. That one, yeah, there was something in the smell that wasn't quite a massive fan of, but I don't know. I'm getting a bit of gas now. I think I'm drinking these too quickly. This one's a bit tingly. At the end of the day, beers are going to get knocked out in this championship. Good beers are going to get knocked out in this championship. Really good beers are going to get knocked out in this championship. And whichever one of these gets knocked out is a really good beer. Just which do I prefer? Okay. This one is starting to get a little bit sickly. Just a bit. And it's very tasty, it's very nice. But I think the bitterness on this one I'm thinking, right, okay, so it's weird. It swings and roundabouts. Yeah, I think this was a little bit too sweet for me. Which one would I go back to again is the question. Which one? I've got some more left in the bottles. Which one of these would I want to drink next? Because they're nearly gone. And it's gone. And I'm thinking, I don't know. Right, I've drunk them both, I don't know. This is weird. I can't do any more. So let's have a think about the pros and cons of these, because it's going to be one of those. I'm going to have to think about a better way to to review these beers. That one was getting a little bit sickly towards the end. That one possibly a little bit metallic in the taste. But I think as a gut feeling, what I'm going to do then is, I don't know which one's which out of these. I'd like to say there's a lot of Helles beers in the championship, and I'm thinking this is not a Helles beer, and I think if this is really good, I think this one should be given a chance to just see how far it goes. I don't want a beer that's not a Helles beer to get knocked out. Like all the beers that are not Helles beers to get knocked out dead early on, and then all the Helles beers to basically just start going through to the thing. Usually when a beer is like a crafty beer, it's really obvious, like it was with the Korev. It's not really obvious which one of these is the Sam Smiths. And because I'm thinking that this one is the Sam Smiths, I think because there's so much of a similarity between them, in quality wise, it's worth putting this one through and just seeing how far it gets, how it does against the others. But this might not be the Sam Smiths, you see, and that's it. Do I let what I'm thinking, what I'm starting to think now, affect my judgment? It's going to be such a hard taste test, this. Weighing up the pros and cons, which one did I think was better? This one, I think that was it was a bit blah, it was a bit Warsteinery, that one I think. It's a bit like Warsteiner. Warsteiner's not the best beer in the world. This one, it was the Spaten. I thought the Spaten was better than that. It might not be. I might be the wrong way around. Anyway, this one's going to go through, is the decision. I was leaning towards this one before. The fact this was getting a little bit sickly towards the end, yeah, I can kind of see that. I've made the decision. This one's going through. It's early days. It's not a big deal. They're both amazing beers. Whichever goes out, it's a real shame because they are brilliant. So there we go. I'm going to guess this is the Spaten. This is the Sam Smiths. This one's going through. Whatever it is, I'm going to find out which one's which, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, this is crazy. What can I say? This is brilliant. I'm loving this taste test. So I was all over the place there. I was saying which one I thought, you know, was better, and it was bizarre, and we're all over the place. And I said, well, I thought that this one was the Samuel Smiths, and this one was the Spaten. And I did talk about possibly putting this through because it was the Samuel Smiths. Then, you know, it gives it a bit more of a chance, you know, getting it through there instead of a Helles. And if it's not, then it shows how great the Spaten is because, you know, it fooled me. Very similar beers, to be honest. The thing was, this was quite Warsteinery, and that made me think it was the Spaten. But it wasn't. It was the Samuel Smiths. And I've since had a little sip of them both, and this is the way round they should have been. So it shows that I really can't tell beers that I don't know much about, and it also shows that this is going to be a really objective taste test, okay? It was very hard to decide. Either of these deserved to go through. I put that one through thinking it was the Samuel Smiths, and it wasn't. Anyway, so that one's the Spaten, and that one's going through. The Samuel Smiths, well, you know, you tried. I tried for you, but you didn't go through. You weren't, yeah, you were it was a bit dirtier, a bit metallic on the taste, and, you know, this was cleaner, nicer, tastier all round, really. That's gone. Samuel Smith is gone. Spaten is into the next round. What can I say? Stay tuned for the next episode when we'll be having the Schneider Helles against something else. I can't remember what it was. Against the Snyder Hellas. Oh, the Singha. Singha comes back. The return of the Singha in the next episode against the Snyder Hellas. How will it do? Against the big boys, we will find out. But until then, have a good one.